Nicole from TheQueenBean, and today we're going to make a Japanese-styled iced coffee. I can apologize in advance, I don't have the best setup, which is why I don't often do videos, but it's getting warm out, and I think we're all thinking about iced coffee. Personally, love this brew method of iced coffee. It's easy, it can be done with any type of drip brewer, so that's a pour-over, a Melita, a cone brewer, or even an electric drip machine, as long as you can turn off the burner where your bowl, your thermos sits. It could also be right into your cup. We are going to apply the same principles that we would apply to creating any drip coffee. So you want to use your same water to coffee ratio, we're going to talk about this in a second, and any add-ons that you would typically put in. So for Japanese style iced coffee, you split your water into half ice and half water. So in this case, I'm going to make a full pot, so I have 8 ounces of ice cubes and 8 ounces of hot water. I personally like to have my water around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. The optimal brewing temperature for coffee is between 195 and 205 degrees Fahrenheit. The cooler the water is, so the closer you are to 195, the sweeter the coffee will taste. So you move up to that 205, it's going to be a little bit bitter. Some people really enjoy that bitterness. I like my coffee right in the middle. I'm a center of the line person. So probably leaning slightly toward the sweet side, so I go for 200 degrees. And so you have 8 ounces of ice, 8 ounces of hot water, in this case 3 ounces of coffee. I also have some cinnamon because I'm a cinnamon addict and I love it. So what you're going to do is pour your ice cubes directly into the base of your pour-over. So I'm going to give these guys a shake. One sec. It's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, there we go. I know I just used my hands. I'm the only one drinking this. They were just washed. It'll be okay. So you have your ice cubes in the bowl of your pour-over. We're going to add the coffee grounds into the filter. I'm going to add a pinch of cinnamon. And then, again, because today I have no sense of etiquette, I'm going to create a well in the center of the grounds. I forgot to bring my little stick to do this, so obviously not the best prepared. I like to create a well in the center of my grounds just because I find that it helps even out the distribution of the water. It's a very natural way to get all the grounds moist. You can stir the grounds as well. Some people do that. I just have always done the well and find the well works pretty well for me in terms of being able to fully and evenly saturate the coffee grounds. Now we're going to slowly add in our 8 ounces of water. So when you're doing a pour-over, it's often best, if you do a well, to start by filling the well, making small circles, move out towards the edge without actually going directly onto the edge. If you touch the edge, you could end up with a slightly bitter coffee because it's going to pull in some of the water, some of the filter paper, and it's also going to have run down along the side of the cone. Okay, so we're going to let this go. It's blooming right now. This isn't the most exciting part if you can't see it, but it smells delicious. I'm using Mills Blend. I love Mills Blend. You can see that coffee is brewing right into and over the ice cubes. A few more seconds. One more little round here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So as we go, I like to just stir this around. You can hear the ice cubes in there. See, they're doing their job. The basin is actually cold to the touch. So coffee is going to be iced. We're going to let that sit for a second. One of the benefits to this method is that you always have fresh coffee. Often with iced coffee, you are using coffee that's was brewed hours prior and has started to stale. It tastes fine if you add just a little bit of sugar or milk, but if you're drinking it black, you will begin to taste a bit of bitterness. And the risk with pouring hot coffee over ice cubes is dilution. So right now we're solving the dilution problem by brewing directly into the bowl over ice. maintaining the proper water to coffee grounds ratio. Okay, cut away for 1 sec while this, I don't need to watch all this. Okay, coffee is finally finished brewing. Don't have a full pot anymore because someone rang the doorbell and I couldn't help it. I had to get myself a glass, but you can see there's still some ice cubes in the bottom. Pour it, and there you have it. An easy, delicious glass of freshly brewed coffee. Thank you for tuning in, and I might hopefully speak to you guys again.